Sometimes I have job candidates who declare, I'm going to interview them just as hard as they interview me. And I have to hold up a finger and sometimes and say, let's talk about that for a moment. Because there is a protocol involved in the interview. So early in the relationship, it is the employer who is running the interview. So they're in charge of this business meeting. And therefore, they set the agenda, and they really are the primary interrogator, right? They're the ones who are posing the questions. There is a moment in the interview, stage 4, the Q&A, when they will say to you, what questions do you have for me? So there will be an opportunity for you to bring forward questions that you've created ahead of the interview that really reflect that you've done your research and you've got some deeper insights and you're asking really meaningful questions. You won't have a chance to ask all of your questions there, maybe one, maybe two. Throughout the conversation leading up to that, there's a chance for smaller questions. Then when you get to that, what questions do you have for me? Then there's a chance for a little heavier question. But you really don't want to ask the really heavy questions, the sort of make it or break it questions, until you're later in the process, you've been identified as the candidate for the job, and you're in a conversation about the agreements that you're making in terms of how to proceed. And that's when you might want to find out more about things like work schedules, things like reporting obligations, the more defined aspects of the experience, of what the employment experience will become.